I wanted to start with, obviously, last night's game was kind of a big game for you guys. How much stress does that take off a weekend to be able to have a three-point lead with 4 points left to play?
Well, I think certainly it helps us, but on the other hand, Cap, I think we're more concerned with where we're at. And, I think our team defense has got to be better. We're giving up too many quality chances, and until we get that squared away, whether we got home ice or not, it's not going to matter. We're gonna have a quick exit. So yeah, it gives us a little breathing room, but we still got to win a game. And for me, it's getting our team prepared for playoffs, and I think we've been too inconsistent here the last month, and we need to do a better job, especially in our defensive end.
And conversely, it does give you a little bit of a challenge, too, because Harvard, they would have some momentum after a big road win, and you play them first. What do you kind of expect from them? I know they're in last place, but are they better than maybe the record?
Clearly they're better than the record. I think they've been playing much better here down the stretch and winning more games, and so much of it is confidence. And going into their building, their final weekend at home, it's never going to be easy, whether they're in first place or last place. And they're a team where, especially in the power play, they're dynamic. They've been very good. 2 power play goals last night. So I'm sure we're going to get their A game. And, like I said, I'm more concerned with how we're playing at this stage than our opponents.
Yeah, and just real quick, too, about Dartmouth, because that was one of the teams you had, one of your tough games against early in the year. What do you kind of expect from them?
Well, I thought they were very good against us that night. I thought, obviously, I didn't think our team played very good, but I think a lot of it was attributed to the way they've played. And I haven't had a chance to watch them on tape, but we know they're a quality team. They're up in the top echelon of our league, and we got to be better than we've been against them, obviously, the first time around. And, again, both teams present different type of problems, but we got to be prepared for 120 minutes of hockey, and that's something we haven't been able to put together here the last little while.
And with one thing I was going to say, obviously with the injury front, it does seem like you guys don't catch many breaks, or maybe you finally get Ben back, and now Scott's out. I guess the good part is you do have Ben back, so maybe it's not as big of a loss as if you had both of them out at the same time.
Well, it is a loss. I mean, yeah. Scotty probably was playing his best hockey here the last month and a half. He was sick there for the Cornell-Colgate weekend, and since that point, I think he's played awfully well. So, yeah. Certainly nice getting Benny back, but, Benny will be the first to tell you he's not in game shape yet.
Oh, yeah.
And losing Scotty with the way he'd been playing is a loss, but everybody's dealing with that this time of year. It's Brown had one of their best players out of the lineup last night, so it's something you deal with, and certainly it's a tough one, especially for Scotty being a senior. It's a tough loss for him, and hopefully maybe we can put a stretch run together in the playoffs and get him back before it's all said and done.
Yeah, I did want to ask about because you talked a little bit about that Saturday because you had some experience, but what's he meant to your guys' program? So, I mean, he's been a lot, not just on the ice, but he's been a lot of off the ice stuff.
He's been a very good team leader for us, and especially with a guy that was a captain last year and wasn't a captain this year. That's not always something that can be handled easily, but I think he's handled with a lot of professionalism. He's been a good player, a good disciplined guy for us over the 4 years, and a guy that has worked awfully hard in getting better. And I went through it. I told him I went through it my senior year, and it's tough. It's hard to come to the rink every day when you know your career is possibly over, and that's something where it takes 2 or 3 days to get by that, maybe even longer. But I'm sure he's going to be there for the guys and be a positive role model and a supporter of the guys that are out there. But I know he hasn't given up hope of getting back here this year, so hopefully we can put together a good playoff run and get him back.
And after the show, so what kind of potential future you think he could have, like playing at the next level?
Well, I think he's obviously got that opportunity. I think, especially with the way he'd been playing down the stretch, and it's unfortunate because this is the time the pro guys are in here to watch. But just like a lot of our guys the last few years, I'm sure he's going to get an opportunity and certainly feel that he can play at the next level. And once he is done, we wish him the best. But I think he's more concerned about where he's at and where the team is at, and he can, even though he's not in the lineup, can certainly help us in getting where we want to go.